Welcome everybody. Midlife vices, potatoes or pasta. That could be our choices tonight. That's a big topic that was talked about earlier. But tonight's gonna be a little different. We don't have a topic yet. We're gonna come up with a topic here shortly. But first, with me, I'm Steve. And with me, as always, is Jim. And then down below there, or wherever they are on your screen, we have Chris and Emmett from Gathering of the Geeks. Thanks everybody for being here. What's up, guys?
Hello.
I'm going to buy Chris a big boy chair where he sits a little higher.
I fixed it before the show. My desk is too low. Like my knees are in the desk right now.
It's your camera or something, but you always look.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
You know.
I think I'm breaking it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Perfect. And I got to say, every time I watch you guys, I with your window right there, it's like a horror, like a snuff film horror movie. Like somebody coming through and grabbing you, and there's nothing we can do.
Well, you're right. There's nothing that I would be able to do about it. They'd take me, and that would be the end of me forever.
Is that a new fear unlocked? Anxiety unlocked?
Yeah, exactly. I think there's somebody right there, and you walk by. Yeah.
Have your walls always been green?
Yes.
Why that like surprises you right now for some reason?
Because you don't pay attention to our show every Sunday. That's why.
Man, so. That's partially true, and I feel bad about that because yours is the one show I do like to watch, and my boys are getting older, so their bedtime's going a little further up. So I'm not out of their room till like 8:30 now, which is why our show always starts later now. But well, when we're live, when we record, we don't care.
Yeah. So.
Anyway,
we are the Booster Gold of YouTube shows here. What's going to happen tonight with our topic is we each came up with 3 topics, and one of us only has 2 right now, and I've got them on a wheel. And before we start, we're going to spin, and we are going in blind. We're going to do a top 5 list here off the cuff, which, as Jim can attest to, is really about as prepared as we usually are anyway when we start this sort of thing. But before we get into that, what have you guys been up to? Jim, what have you been up
to? Reading books.
Yeah, man.
I finished the second Harry Potter today. Kind of nice. I finished it without my son, who I'm reading it to. That was fun.
So are you going to go back and finish it with him?
Well, we had a chapter and a half left, and I wasn't going to read to him tonight because my wife was going to come down so I could do this. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to read it. And I don't know if she finished it tonight or not with him. So, but I've never read them. So I was like, I want to finish this book.
Yeah.
So did that.
The endings to those Harry Potter books, like the first 4, is all the same. You know, it's just the dinner, they win the award, and then they go away at the end of school. Like that's the end of every Harry Potter book.
Are you gonna act surprised?
That's one of the 2 I've read. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna act surprised when you read it to him?
No, I told him I finished it.
Okay.
I said I know what happens.
Gryffindor won again.
What's that?
Gryffindor won again.
I know. I thought for sure Harry was going to get eaten by the snake at the end of this one.
The basilisk.
Yeah, the basilisk. Yes. Yeah. So anyway, I'm currently reading the Dresden Files series. It's pretty good. I hear the TV show is terrible, so I have to go to that. I mentioned it in the comments. What else was I reading? I'm reading this one, like Steve, and the Gentleman Bastard series. That was a great series. The 3rd book wasn't the best, but I love the characters. Like I said on Twitter, I'd read these guys playing bingo. I really like these characters. So
yeah,
that's what I'm up to, reading and.
Yeah. So we've kind of been. Jim and I both kind of been away from comics. Me more than Jim. I think he's still maybe doing a couple, but
I still have a shipment coming. I haven't bought a comic in 4 months. I still have a shipment inbound.
Yeah, it's been novels. So I'm into the Star Wars books, which I've never read. I'm reading Darth Bane trilogy right now, which is fantastic. Loving it. I never thought I could root for a bad guy, but like I told Jim, you get near the end of the first book. I don't know if either of you have read it. And he does some things that make it a little harder to root for him, but brutal child deaths are pretty rough. But so that and then
not the younglings.
Right.
Kill them all.
And then What's the other one I'm reading, Jim? Come on, help me out here. The other story.
You're reading the second.
Vector Prime. I started Vector Prime. Yeah. So,
And then you're reading the second Mistborn too.
and the second Mistborn.
Well of
as well,
Ascension.
yeah.
Well, you're reading more than one novel at one time?
Well, they're audiobooks, so
I read 4 books. I read 4 books at a time.
Jeez Louise.
Well, so they're great on like the treadmill or.
It's really. I thought I would have problems doing it too, but I don't. It's all different things. Like I listen to an audiobook when I'm walking. I have a book like Vector Prime. I'm reading that too. I've already read it though, so that one I'm kind of just going through. And then I read one when I'm going to bed, and then I read books with the kids. The Harry Potter. So yeah, I got different things going on, and it's a lot easier to keep them straight than what I thought it would be. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of like comics if you think about it. You're reading one book, you're reading more than one book, and you're waiting a month or whatever before you get the next story. So you're really reading.
Do you know who Chris is? Do you know what happens after one issue?
Yeah, that's true.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I follow up with most of them.
Yeah.
And then he binges one over a whole weekend here.
Exactly.
Comics, yeah.
I'm so
we haven't had a
surprised.
chance here. We haven't had a chance here on the show to congratulate Emmett, the 2023 Comics and Football Fantasy Champion.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Have you received your trophy?
No, I haven't asked for it. I'm not making Krabs email me a trophy across borders. It's going to cost him more than the thing's worth. Look at that thing. I'll just take it like that. Yeah. Just
that's cool.
Photoshop. Here, I'll go like this. And then just Photoshop me holding that in some way.
I think it's therapy to Photoshop Emmett's face over Jim's while he's
there
holding
you go.
Oh, that would be, but he has good hair.
Yeah. All right. Take it easy.
That was my show and tell anyway.
That was okay. And then we also have the hashtag there, shave the eyebrows.
Glad to see that makes a return.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was all excited when I read that tweet about and Chris shaved his eyebrows off. I was like, really? I was really excited about that. And then,
I feel like that's going to take on a life of its own going forward.
Yep.
Yeah, that could be yeah.
now you look like the type of guy that they would grow back in 2 days. You seem like you have a beard that comes in really fast and your facial hair.
It does. Yeah, the beard is pretty quick. The eyebrows, I've never cut my eyebrows. They just stay like this. So I don't know what would happen if I did attempt to shave them. I'm not sure.
I think the older you get, the crazier your eyebrows grow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to when they can twirl, because then I want the twirling mustache too.
Oh, then you can tie them together. And make a
Yeah, that's going to be the fun. And I get a top hat, and I'm a new character.
Nice.
You're my character.
It's something to aspire to. We all need aspirations,
That's
and that's
right.
mine now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we all need dreams and goals.
That's right. So we've kind of talked about it a little bit. Jim went into his stuff. You got anything else you want to add to that list there, Jim, for what the best thing you've read this week or watched this week? Or?
No. No, I mean, that's about it.
Okay, cool.
I'm trying to think if we've watched anything new. I don't think we've watched anything new in a couple of weeks.
So I watched
football yesterday. I watched the Cowboys get destroyed.
Yeah.
I
Last night we watched Mystery Alaska. Jim has recommended that. It's kind of the hockey Rocky, if you will. Really, really good movie. Really liked it. 1999.
Fun movie.
Yeah. Have either of you seen that? Have you seen that, Emmett?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, it's aside from Russell Crowe skating, everything else is just fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're watching a sports movie for actual sports, you're going in wrong anyway. But yeah, I'm surprised how much I love that movie. I mean, my wife loves that movie. She won't. So I just bought it off Amazon and shipped it to Steve because my wife wouldn't let me send him my copy, even though I told her he'll send it back. She would not let me send it to him. So
yeah, I like my.
And then we finished our 14th or 15th watch through of Lost, and tonight just before the show finished Echo.
What about Firefly?
Oh, Firefly as well. Yeah, finished Firefly for the first time. We
Did
still
you
have to
like
watch the
Echo?
movie. I think I loved Echo. We just finished it, and I wish there was 1 or 2 more episodes because the ending felt a little rushed, but I love the characters. What I like, I think, is I like the lore to it as well as having characters I know nothing about because I don't go in with any expectations. And I was really impressed. It was it's probably behind Hawkeye, probably my favorite MCU TV show.
I have no idea who Echo is.
Yeah, I didn't either. I mean, that's what made it good. Native American
dropped.
So there's a lot of Native American lore with it. Really good. And Kingpin plays a big part in it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Echo was in Hawkeye,
right?
Jim.
Who is it?
The
Maya was her
Hawkeye
name.
show.
Oh, the deaf girl.
Mm-hmm.
The Native American. Yeah. So
the deaf girl's name is Echo.
Well, that's her superhero name. Maya is her name. What did you guys? I know that Emmett pretty much said he had no interest to watch it. Chris, have you watched it or?
I watched the first 2 episodes and it wasn't really for me, but I do want to see where it goes. Plus, I love Kingpin, and I'm hoping to see Daredevil again, so I will probably finish it.
It's not a show I have any interest in, but I'm going to watch till the end.
Basically,
just see Kingpin. That's a pretty cool fight with Daredevil and her in the beginning.
I did like that. That was neat, and I like seeing the new suit that he has. It's finally just red. It's not maroon. That's cool.
Right.
Is that going to be the suit in his show?
No, he's got another suit.
We're changing it.
Charlie Cox actually mentioned that I think today in an interview. It's going to look more like the comic somehow. I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Far now they've done him in the yellow suit and this suit, and then whatever they're going to for the show.
I just want to have the DD on the chest.
Right.
Just give him the logo and we're done.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And I know you guys talked about this on your show, but if just one thing, if you want to mention that you really liked this week, Chris, Emmett, either one of
you. How about Schindler's List? I watched that yesterday. I hadn't watched that in a long time.
Oh, long time.
No, it wasn't the first time that I watched it, but I think it was an anniversary for it. Recently, a 25th anniversary or something. So there was clips all over YouTube about it. Just like the best of Schindler's List kind of clips every once in a while. And I was thinking about how great Ben Kingsley is in that movie.
Yeah,
Ben Kingsley is what's his name, Stern. I don't know how many Ben Kingsley movies I'd seen other than Schindler's List. I haven't seen Gandhi. I haven't seen I forget the other one.
Is he in Sneakers?
Yeah, I don't know any other Ben Kingsley movies.
House of Sand and Fog is one of my favorites with him.
Is he the bad guy in Sneakers?
Yeah.
Sneaker, let's see.
And Ralph Fiennes as the villain Gut in that movie. Like young Ralph Fiennes was quite the actor. I watched Schindler's List last night. 3 hours of my life.
Ben Kingsley also played Mandarin.
Yeah.
He played Cosmo in Sneakers.
Yeah.
I like him as the Mandarin. I thought he was fun.
And
as Trevor, I think that's a fun role.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that they made it where he wasn't actually Mandarin really helped.
I think so.
He was a bad guy in Sneakers.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I've seen.
What about you, Chris?
My favorite thing from last week was probably Ultimate Spider-Man, #1.
Yeah.
I was really impressed by that. It's finally a Spider-Man book I can read monthly.
Right.
So I will try to stay on track with that. But those number ones are something special about it.
That 3 books a month gets kind of tough.
It does.
Which is what they were doing a while ago. Yeah.
Oh, that was Amazing, right? Amazing was doing
like
every other week or whatever. Yeah.
They were doing 3 a month. Yeah, it was
ridiculous.
What are they? $3.99?
I think so. Yeah. But that Joker story is going to be week to week next month too. The Joker one story.
142, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Those will be weekly. But
it's only 3 books, right?
Yes.
It's only 3 books. Like ASM was doing it ongoing for.
Oh, were they? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, they did that for like a year, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's too much.
A lot of books. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot. So, all right, let's see here. What do you got for us, Chris? You got a third?
Best Star Wars character. I thought about it while you
Okay.
mentioned the Star Wars book.
Star Wars character. Okay. So, all right. Before we get into that, we will. You were going to show the trophy, right, Jim? That's what you were going to show.
Yep.
Oh, let me just go ahead.
Oh, yes. Wow.
So I'm kind of a little upset about this one. I can't remember if I showed it before. This is a Harley Batman 25th anniversary statue. But while carrying it into the room, I was carrying Harley by the head.
Oh my God.
You decapitated her.
I decapitated her. So on the this little plaque right here that he's holding, it says Happy 25th. And yeah, I don't think I was very happy for Harley, but yes, nothing some glue won't fix.
Oh, I would have just finished it off. I
Just,
would have decapitated Batman too.
right.
That's a real happy anniversary. Everybody's dead.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, Jim? Before we get into the topic here. All right, so I'm going to spin a wheel here. We've got 12 topics. The one that it lands on, we usually do a top 10. We're going to do a top 5 because we don't want to be repeating. Plus, coming up with 10 of something we don't know anything about could be kind of difficult.
5 might be difficult.
And to make sure Jim or myself doesn't just say, yeah, what he said, the first round we'll go like Emmett to Chris to Jim to me, and then we'll go Chris first, and then Jim first, and then me first. So that we're all having to come up with something without just.
Yeah, notice how you get the 4th one, and you go.
That's going to be the hardest.
Steve, you go first.
Okay, I'll go first. That'll make it the easiest, right?
Sure.
Okay, so what I need to do here is, I think this works. Where are we at here? Share screen. And you all can see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and here goes the spin.
Eat.
Heat, yeah, I like that one. Hey.
Oh, best friends. Best friends. All right. Okay. That's All right. Best friends. So this could be TV, movies, any sort of pop culture topics that we can get to, and we will start with Emmett since it's his topic, and we will start with. No.
All right, let's go with Doc Brown, and from Back to the Future is Marty McFly's best friend, Doc Brown, played by the great Christopher Lloyd. There you go. There's my number 5.
You sound thrilled about your topic.
Well, I just looked over. I got a Back to the Future box set over here. There you go. There's my
The
answer.
best friend. Just throw him on.
Can I associate this?
I have one. I got my number 1. So I'm good. I'm good with filling it.
That's good. That's good. For everybody seeing the show for the first time, both of you who will watch this, this is pretty standard. That's kind of how it goes. Our lists are.
Now I feel like I got a Kevin Spacey it from.
All right,
Something in the
Doc
room.
Brown. Actually, I like that. That's a good one. I didn't realize how much stuff Christopher Lloyd produced or directed in TV shows. Like, there's a lot of stuff he's involved with.
Is that where he's been in TV? So I feel like he's disappeared.
Unless it's a different Christopher Lloyd.
I think it's a different Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, it's a different
Okay.
Christopher Lloyd.
Well, then never mind.
But his
Also,
best
he just
friend did all those shows.
His best
Last
friend.
time I saw Christopher Lloyd was in Mr. Nobody with Bob Odenkirk. He played
That was good.
his dad, and they were just like wielding shotguns and blowing guys away.
My boys just watched that Dennis the Menace, the old Walter Cronkite, and he's in that movie, and he's just really
he's like the hobo or whatever.
yeah, he's really
Yeah,
creepy in
right.
that movie.
That was a good time.
All right, Chris, what's your number 5? Best friends.
Alan from The Hangover.
Nice.
And he's friends with.
Oh, Doug, Bill, and what's the other one's name?
So Can we do our own best friends?
Actually, my first instinct was Emmett. Stu, that's the other one's name, Stu.
Yes, Stu, that's it.
Took me a second.
I just realized I've never seen The Hangover.
Oh, really? I love it. It's one of my favorite comedies ever.
The first one, I've only seen the first one, so
it's the best one. Yeah, the first one's there's two sequels, the second one is essentially the first one, but set in Bangkok. It's the exact same movie.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, the third one is different, but it's maybe too different. Depends how you look at it. I like 1 and 3 though. So Alan would be my pick.
All right.
Okay, we're going number 5. The 5th.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm taking it from you for You Can't Do It, Steve. I'm going Joey and Chandler from Friends.
As your number 5? That's got to be higher.
I'm taking it from you.
Oh, man.
Are we picking a group of friends or just one friend?
Yeah, they can't pick 2 friends. That's
maybe
friends.
Are we misunderstanding this, Emmett? Is it supposed to be?
Yeah.
I thought it was
the Justice League.
The X-Men.
Yeah, no, I thought it was 2 people that were best friends.
No, you pick who is the top best friend. Like you're the main character, and then his best friend, like or one of the friends. You know.
So you would pick Potsy and not Richie,
or you would pick Chandler.
Okay, so
one.
I can go with any of the 6. And there's my whole list.
Can we do that then? Because I'll do that.
Yeah, the entire cast of Friends, 1 through 5.
Yes, I win.
Success.
I'm going with Joey then.
Joey. He is a good friend. Joey's a good friend.
Yeah, just don't sleep with his sister.
Don't sleep with his sister.
Or kiss his girlfriend.
I am going to go. My number 5, I'm going with Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber.
Good pick.
Yeah.
I like this because I only have to remember one person's name. You made it easier on me.
We could just say random names though, and it'll still count.
I know
Because there's always a
I'm going with Shannon from the book I read last week. I can't
Billy. There's a Billy friend somewhere.
Yeah, Bill. Wait, who's the friend that who's the singer? Hey, that's Jackie's friend in what movie is that? Oh man, I can't think of it. It's going to drive me nuts now. Okay.
This is. I meant to welcome
McLovin. That's the movie.
He was here now.
Superman.
You remember? That's Joey's friend, the singer.
Yeah. So he's got to sing the song. These eyes.
That's my number 4.
Hey, no jumping the line here. Chris, number 4. I also want you to tell me what makes him such a great friend.
Oh no! Now we're asking a lot.
Hey, you could have been doing water movies.
I saw that one. I was like, Waterworld.
Yeah.
Another friend. Okay, Potsy from Happy Days. He's just a good fella. He likes to hang out with Richie and the rest of them.
If you can play guitar, he can sing for you.
There you go. He's a good singer. And he's always there for his pals. So Potsy.
Okay.
This is rough.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going with it is my turn, right?
Yes.
Ted Cord, Brewster Gold's best friend. He pretty much pays for everything for Brewster.
Mm.
You know. Yeah.
This is going to be our shortest show ever. We might be out of here in a half hour, Jim.
That was a real answer, though. That was good.
Yeah, that was the best one so far.
I think Potsy was the best one, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I am going for my number 4 with Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, that's.
He's got the name Pal right in it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how much of a better friend can you be than Jimmy Olsen? He, how many times do you think he in stories knows the secret, but he doesn't tell it. He doesn't give it away. He finds out, and he keeps it to himself. So, Jimmy Olsen, your pal. Now it's time for
my turn now.
Yeah.
My turn. I'm going to go with Wilson from Castaway.
Oh, good answer. I was going to go with either that or Home Improvement.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, that would work too. Yeah, so Wilson from Castaway, that volleyball. Tom Hanks was sad when he left, so that means he was a very important friend to Tom Hanks' character in Castaway.
Yeah. Although
And
the ice skate helped him with dentistry.
That's right. The ice skate didn't have a name or a face.
we don't know if it didn't have a name.
Yeah, old Icy,
Icy, Skatey.
CCM.
I don't know what's happening.
Jim, you're first.
Okay, I am going to go with Dwight Schrute, best friend of Michael Scott, or thinks he's the best friend of Michael Scott. That's right.
He's the assistant to the best friend.
Assistant to the best friend, yeah. One of the craziest characters on TV that I think works. I mean, if you know someone like that, I think you would all punch him in the face. But it works in a TV show, especially in the 90s, I guess. So, yeah. Dwight, my number 3.
Well, along the mocky, whatever they're called, I'm going with Anne from Parks and Rec.
Oh, Anne
Parks and Rec.
That beautiful butterfly.
Ann Perkins. She is Leslie Knope's best friend. Probably the best. She should probably be like number 1, but I couldn't think of anything else. So,
well, I don't know. I would count Ron probably as her best friend.
Well, you still have your number 2 and number 1.
Yeah, but I got.
You think Ron is
5 more friend characters I have to get on.
Ron's more of like a father figure to Leslie. Like, don't you think?
It would be Andy's friend. More of Andy's friend.
What about Andy's friend?
Yeah, wouldn't Ron be more Andy's friend, or April's friend, instead of Leslie's friend?
No, I would think Ron would be more Leslie's friend than Andy.
Yeah.
He's more of a father figure to April and Andy than any of them.
That's true.
I mean, he pays for Andy to go to school. That's a dad move right there.
True. Okay. And Emmett, number 3. You're number 3.
Alfred to Bruce Wayne.
But he's dead. He don't count.
It's kind of a father figure too, but I consider like that to be Bruce Wayne's one real friend that he actually lets get close, aside from like Dick Grayson or Barbara, where Bruce keeps them far away. He actually lets Alfred in a little bit, so I think that that would be Bruce's best friend.
You think it's just because he was around him when he was a kid?
He's been around them the longest, and he lives with them and cooks his food and stitches him up and mends him and all that.
Platonic relationship.
That's right.
You think an 80-year-old man taking care of a 40-year-old is kind of strange.
Yeah, that's right. That's why, they're just friends. Okay, guys, they're just friends.
Friendly butler stuff.
That's right.
He's very clean.
Now, Bruce and Dick Grayson. That's a different story. All right. Chris, number 3.
I thought we were doing number 4.
No, we're on number 3. You've already done 2.
Did I? Oh, okay.
I mean, you can do 6.
We didn't do the graphic. I guess that's what confused. Or did we do the graphic?
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah. Hold on. I'll do it again for you.
Okay, so my number 3. It's Coach Beard from Ted Lasso.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Him and Ted are just a perfect pair.
That's so obvious.
That's a great answer.
And I miss Beard and Ted.
About that.
Yes.
He's sitting right up there, and I didn't even think about it. Man, I go to write down your guys' characters that you pick, and I don't need to. I don't know why I keep doing it.
Did we write them down? Because I wasn't.
No, I go to write them down, realize I don't have to, then come back up, and I do it every time. It's really ticking me off.
Oh, so now I got to come up with a number 2, don't I?
Yeah, I'm struggling for a number 2 as well.
Now it's official.
Number 2. I am going to go with I'm gonna go with Cliff Clavin.
Oh, nice.
He is definitely Norm Peterson's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should have went with Norm because he puts up with Cliff, but we'll go with Cliff because
Oh, come on.
yeah, because I can't think of anything else. Cliff Clavin is my number 2.
Nothing wrong with Cliff. Cliff's a good pick.
Okay, so I can't remember his name.
Well, it's not your turn yet. So
Okay, it's not my turn.
up next is Emmett.
We're
How
doing
did it go
clockwise,
from
I
Chris
think.
to
Right?
you?
No,
Yeah, I don't know what
We're going
gonna
counterclockwise
which-
here. We've been going counterclockwise the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it went from Chris Evans to you.
Well, no, because I went to number 2 and I hadn't started one yet. We start with a different person each time. So number 5 started with Emmett. 4
So
started
how
with
does
Chris.
it ever still go from Chris to you?
3 started with you. You started with 3, and it ended with Chris, and then I started 2. Right?
So it's going.
Yeah, 5 started
Number
with
1 goes
Emmett,
back to Emmett.
What the heck?
and ended with me. Then it went
We're
from
never
me to
doing this
Chris.
again.
I'm pointing
I
at
did
the
what-
screen like I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can see what I'm pointing at.
Mom, if you're watching, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Jim's mom. All right, what you got for us, Emmett? Number 2.
Okay, my number 2 is Data from Star Trek. He's Jean-Luc
Oh.
Picard's. I think as you watch the new seasons of Picard, you get to see how close they were from back in the Next Generation days. So yeah, my second is Data to Jean-Luc Picard.
So how is that show? I hear it's a lot of fan service. Is it?
So the third season specifically is entirely fan service because they bring back most of the crew from Next Generation, but that's, after 2 seasons before that of stuff that doesn't feel like Star Trek, to have the third season be very much Trek and have stuff that makes you feel warm and fuzzy because you see all those old characters that you know and love. It makes it worth it.
Cool. I like that. Chris.
My number 2 is Leonard Hofstadter.
Oh yeah, good one.
I think that he is the best friend of them because he puts up with all of them. And he's kind of like the wrangler. He'll put it back together when it's broken sometimes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And he puts up with Sheldon the most, which is quite a feat, I would say.
Yeah, he should win some kind of award for doing that.
Yeah. I mean, even Sheldon's mother recognizes Leonard as a caregiver for her son.
Yeah. So how far you said you were on the last season of that, right?
Of young Sheldon, yeah.
Of Young Sheldon.
Mm-hmm. I just started it.
I saw the previews today, the first time for the newest season coming out next month. Man, he's getting big. Like
he is.
As a kid, younger kid, I liked it much better. I mean, it's still good, but it's hard to keep him, age appropriate for where they're trying to have him.
That's the weird thing about it, because the kid is growing rapidly, and like in the first season, okay, he's a cute kid and he's kind of a know-it-all that's funny, but then they got to make it so he's not annoying as he gets older, because then we know where he ends up. Of course, he's Sheldon. I think that's the trick of the show, and for the most part, I think it succeeds. Especially adding the other characters around him, I think that helps a lot, and it grounds it too, because the other characters, they don't want to mess with him.
Right.
Like Georgie, his sister, they've had enough with him.
Mm-hmm.
Georgie's great.
He
He's
is.
such a cool character.
I've only ever watched the pilot like 3 times. But
Georgie is hilarious. Probably my favorite part of this show.
Well, Chris and I were talking about that, about how the show is going to end. Like, does it end like the first episode of Big Bang starts?
I think it would just have to end when he actually goes off to college. Like,
Yeah, that's what Chris had. I think Chris had mentioned that too. Just when he goes off to San Francisco, like when he leaves.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's got to, because then, otherwise, unless they have his mom move with them.
They just want to kill the continuity.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We know as far as Big Bang Theory goes, his dad leaves when he's, I think they said 10 actually, and I think he's older than 10 now in the show, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's like.
Yeah, his dad's gonna have to die in this season, right?
that's how they end it.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
yeah.
I was watching the episode the other night about the wedding, and Georgie says that when Dad died, you just went off to college.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There you go. What's funny is the dad. I love the fact that they use the same character that played Leonard's bully
Mhm.
at school to play his dad in Young Sheldon.
That played what?
He played the bully that of
Oh.
Leonard in high school. Yeah.
I think his name was Jimmy.
Nice.
So you could use
That's
his
what
name
it was,
Jimmy.
yeah. Hey, what's up,
Hey,
DC?
Jason.
Glad to see you stop in for a couple. So, all right. Jim, give us your number 2.
My number 2 is going to be Turk from Scrubs.
Mhm.
Oh, good one.
So I haven't watched more than a season of the show, but these guys are everywhere together. I mean, podcasts, commercials. I got to get like AT&T now. I don't know, but anyway, they're as far as shows go, I automatically know these guys are best friends.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you what they do in the show. Couldn't tell you anything about them. I just know they're best friends.
Okay. That's fantastic. Fantastic.
Right up my
All
alley.
right. That takes us to the number 1. We're back to Emmett. Your number 1 friend.
It's Samwise Gamgee, the best friend with anyone ever. He's did the most for Frodo. He was just a super nice guy along the way, and a good thing happened to him when he got back to the Shire. He got married and had kids. So yay for Samwise.
Yeah, he's definitely the hero of the story.
Yeah, exactly. He's the hero. He's the one with the most hope and heart. So yeah. And he carries Frodo up a friggin' hill on Mount Doom. Like, come on.
I like it.
And he makes stews.
Yeah, he knows how to make taters, potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not into pasta, that's for sure.
No pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably is the. Wow, I'm trying to think of the best one.
Nice.
I don't know if I could top that one.
You got to, Chris.
Well, not that it's a contest.
No, because it's your number 1.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with Ross Geller for the number 1.
There you go.
Oh.
I love Ross. I love Ross. He's my favorite.
What?
Yeah, he's
He's
awesome.
trying to pivot.
He pivots. He has sandwiches. He knows how to keep everybody's voices low. He's a good guy.
Can play the bagpipes.
He plays that. He also plays that. Is it called a theremin?
Yeah.
That weird piano thing.
No, that's Sheldon on Big Bang.
Oh, what is it?
Ross plays the keyboard.
I thought it was a certain kind of keyboard, though.
Yeah, it was a electric.
A portable one.
Oh, is that okay? Either way, yeah. He's musical. He's also very intelligent. He likes dinosaurs. I like dinosaurs. It's Ross, number 1.
Okay.
Oh, I got to put some thought into this. Hold on.
The X-Men are still on the table, Tim.
No, not for me, it's not. I think I got to go with Pam Beasley for Michael. I think.
You went with Dwight for Michael.
What's that?
You went with Dwight for Michael.
Yeah, so.
Love it.
Yeah.
I mean,
What?
yeah. Have you watched her show? Yeah, no. I mean, he sleeps with her mom, and she still ends up loving the guy. You know? I think she helps him grow more than anybody else in his life.
That's what she said.
Good job.
That's what she said. Sorry.
Next.
You got me on the office. Though.
Next.
Next. Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be my number 1 normally, but I am really up with one.
So is it to me now?
Unless you guys want to know a book about John and Locke I think they are probably.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, they're probably
You
my
could have
favorite
went
friends I've ever read, but
You could have went with Jean. Yeah, there you go. He's the best.
no one else is
He's like
gonna
a
know.
Sam. He's like a Samwise, but he's in a book in a different book.
He's also on Pages.
That's right. So, nice.
Yeah.
All right, so it's down to me, right?
Yeah.
My number one
Time to
best
say-
friend is my wife.
She don't watch the show. What are you doing?
She may. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, what can I come up with here? Man, I should have saved Harry or Lloyd for number one.
Couldn't you use Harry if you wanted to? Did you use Lloyd?
You should have saved Jimmy Olsen. That's a number one.
I should have. I should have saved Jimmy Olsen.
Ron
How
Weasley.
about?
Or
No,
Randy Ron.
Only ever
Oh, that's,
seen.
there you go. No, what he said. Ron Weasley.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm going with Ron Weasley. Like
What?
he, yeah, man, he is definitely Harry's best friend.
I've only
You've read the first two books.
It's not a spoiler.
I've only read the first two books.
Like when he dies, Harry is just heartbroken. It's just like
I know. I would too. No,
that was pathetic.
I almost covered my ears for when I said JD and Turk because I haven't watched all that.
I'm changing my number one. I'm going with Murtaugh. Murtaugh is my number one best friend in any movie or
Lethal
TV.
Weapon, yeah.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
like he puts up with Riggs, like into his house. You know, a guy with a gun who wants to shoot himself and is, you know, that's a friend.
Mhm.
Roger Murtaugh. And
Was he a
I
good
mean, he's
friend?
getting too old for that stuff, but
Was he a good friend in that first movie?
yeah, he was his best man.
Mhm.
He was gonna beat Riggs up for doing his daughter, but then he decided not to.
Because it didn't happen.
Because
And then he robbed all his money when.
right,
that
that's a friend.
Western
That's a
town.
real friend. So,
Well, that was.
all right. I just want to see one thing here, real quick, before we close this out.
Give us another topic. Just go.
Yeah, that's right. Let's do it again.
I got five more. The monkey from Aladdin.
The monkey from Aladdin.
As your best
Yeah.
friend?
No, his best friend, not my best friend.
Oh,
Aladdin's best friend, right?
None of us had
What
any-
could we have had? What could we have had?
well, if you would stop reading it or spinning it, we can probably read it better.
Star Wars characters. See? Oh no. Oh, internet slowed it down. Heat.
Jesus, Heat. That's mine too.
Yeah, I know. Well, we can't do two of Emmett's.
Yeah, we've already done that list, though.
We did. Not that we remember what we did.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh,
That's mine too.
That thing was rigged.
Steve Martin.
Yeah, that would have been my first answer.
Yeah.
I would have said Ferris Bueller.
Star Wars character. Jeez. Okay, remove.
Maybe we should just
Remove.
leave them and
Take out the ones.
We
Yeah,
can
there
be
you
here
go.
all night.
I removed it. Don't worry. Oh,
Awkward moments.
just come up with one.
Anything from Meet the Parents when he's
Oh,
talking about
yes.
milking the cats. That's an awkward moment for me.
That is an awkward moment.
Because I feel bad for Ben Stiller's character because he's trying so hard, and Robert De Niro. Oh my god.
There's plenty of these that there's plenty of stuff I can't watch in a movie because I feel embarrassed for the character.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't think of a single one right now. This was my wife's suggestion.
I mentioned one to you the other day. Now I can't remember what it was. I was like, I can't watch that movie because it's mostly pretty much anything with Will Ferrell.
Hmm.
But
I can watch most stuff with Will Ferrell.
I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. Spin
I
again. One more.
I
One
would
more.
go this scene from There's Something About Mary at the start with
Yes.
Ben Stiller and his zipper.
Yeah.
I'd go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the Frank and Beans.
hmm
Yeah. That's very awkward. How about the scene in Mystery Alaska in the truck?
I don't find that too embarrassing for me. Him. Yeah, that
Yeah, that's
doesn't
very
bother me.
awkward for him and her.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me that bad.
Oh, okay.
Was it supposed to be awkward for us or for the characters?
For us, I think.
Oh, I don't care what happens to Ben Stiller in that movie. Then I don't know.
So my wife's suggestion was Scenes or moments in a movie or show that are so awkward that you can't watch them.
I can watch most of anything. It just makes me feel a little. It makes me feel awkward.
Makes me feel a little weird inside.
Yeah, social anxiety for Ben Stiller's character going over to his in-laws' house and
anything in that movie that Chris has been talking about. I read the
Saltburn, yeah.
synopsis on it.
The bathtub scene.
Oh my gosh, it's not that bad though. The bathtub.
Yes, it is. Don't try and justify it.
And compared to the other thing he does, that's nothing.
This is probably what we should have just done.
Yeah. I didn't see that.
Nope, Marvel
What was that
characters.
one?
Oh, I didn't see that coming, but that's Marvel characters.
Oh.
Favorite Marvel characters?
Probably what we should have done, we probably should have just spun it like that, huh?
The
And just did one from each category. Is that what you were thinking we were doing, Chris?
What?
Something just like spinning and taking one from each one as they came up.
No, I didn't really understand what we were doing.
Okay, neither do we.
I think
So
that's
you're
clear
okay.
what happened over the last 46 minutes. So.
I'm still not sure what's happening.
I just want to hang out with y'all, so I'm just rolling with it.
Exactly, yeah.
Who is your favorite Marvel character, Chris?
Are we doing like 5 or what are we doing?
No, just one.
Oh, just one.
We're going to BS.
Wolverine is my favorite Marvel character.
What do you love about him?
That's a good
I'm going to
question.
make this so awkward. We won't talk about it.
We could. I love his personality. He's not really a hero. He just kind of does things because he feels he has to a lot of the time. And I love the character growth that he's had. Because when he was first introduced, he was really just this small, gruff little man who was angry. That's really all he was. And he was violent. Now he's really changed over the years to be more of, I don't want to say a father figure to a lot of the other characters, but he is more approachable. You can, the characters actively deal with him now. They're not just, oh, we got to mess with Wolverine. No, they'll call him and say, hey, we got to go do this. Also, the design of the character is amazing. I love the claws. I don't know. I always have. I think they're just cool. The healing factor. And I think he's one of the few characters who, when translated to screen, got really lucky with a great actor to portray him so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you like the comic version better than what you got in the movies?
Yes. The comic version to me is still better. I think I like both. The movie version, though, he's different. They kind of skipped the growth pattern and went straight to, oh, he's likable.
I really like in the comics that he's small. Obviously, I've never read a comic, but I know he's really short.
He's 5'3".
And I get a kick out of that. This guy with claws. I imagine, the guy that twirls in the Looney Tunes, whatever his name is.
Taz.
Yeah. I imagine him with claws. That's
kind of what he is. Yeah.
I kind of think of that when I'm.
And they use his height to their advantage too, because there's a fastball special, which is where Colossus literally puts him on his shoulder and launches him. So you got that.
Yeah, Ant-Man, Hawkman.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Nice.
Which, of course, they referenced in the movies in Deadpool, right? Is it Deadpool they mentioned, or they didn't mention it on the X-Men?
They do that in Last Stand, don't they?
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, the fastball special?
Yeah.
They do it in Last Stand, but I think it looks a little different because Hugh Jackman's 6-something. So it's more like Colossus just grabs him by the jacket and swings him instead of the shoulder launch. It would look a little awkward if they put Hugh Jackman on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Jim, we also know who your favorite is, right? I mean, that's pretty.
I would imagine so. It's Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wouldn't. I was going to say Wanda.
Well, no, Ant-Man's my favorite, and then Wanda.
Okay.
My wife started watching WandaVision last night again.
Yeah.
That's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
I know Evan don't like it, but I really enjoy that show.
Oh, I watched Multiverse of Madness yesterday, and again, it's only the second time I've seen it. I liked it a lot, but Wanda, I actually prefer her in the jeans and the sweater over the costume. So for you, it's Ant-Man. Me, it's Spider-Man by a mile. Peter Parker, Earth 616, and nothing else is even close. I think my second favorite is probably Laura Kinney. I like her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So. I think she's one of the 3 legacy characters that are similar that will be around for years. Her and Miles, and maybe just those two for sure that are
Okay.
going to be around for quite a while.
I put
Do you have a
Amy
book
in that group.
now?
And Kate Bishop.
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, but that's kind of different. She's an Inhuman.
Or a mutant, depending what you're watching or reading.
Sure. Well, I think we're going to get in the movies. They're going to fix all that.
They might.
Yeah. I mean, you think they'll retcon Wanda being a mutant?
I hope they don't, but I feel like they will. I feel like they will just because it'll be like, well, we already had mutants. She was there the whole time. So they'll
Right,
probably
and just the stress of the process brought out her powers.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Could be.
I think it would be a real simple fix. What about you, Emmett?
I don't really like Marvel overly that much. I don't really read anything because of a certain character. I could say my favorite Marvel book that I've read is the Vision book from Tom King and Gabriel Walta.
It's a great book.
Yeah, so I also like the Better Ray Bill book by Daniel Warren Johnson. I like that, but I guess I like Spider-Man, but I don't read Spider-Man. Like I like playing the Spider-Man video game, but yeah, like I don't really have a favorite Marvel character. I don't like the movies. I don't overtly go out and read the comics that much. So I'll just read something if it's based on a creator. And like I like Moon Knight because I like the Jeff Lemire run.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my Spider-Man love started like back in because he was a character on a PBS show. I want to say 1, 2, 3 Contact, but Electric Company. So this kind of out of shape guy would come in a Spider-Man suit on Electric Company, and that's the first time I ever saw him as a character, and then just the cartoons and stuff. But
It wasn't the same guy from the Spider-Man TV series?
I think it was, yeah.
Oh, okay. See,
Yeah.
That was a kind of a cool suit, though, that he wore.
It was, yeah. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, like my first comic book I've ever owned was a Spider-Man book, but like I never kept up on reading it, and yeah, just was never a thing. Like I like the Spider-Man Life Story from Chip Zdarsky.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
have
a great
that hardcover.
story.
It's great.
Yeah.
Like I mean, with Marvel, I just like great stories. I don't
Yeah,
really care about the characters that much.
right.
So the first comic I ever bought was the Ultimate Spider-Man, and I did not like that first. I didn't like the art in that first one, which it's funny because I'm not a big art. It's not like I need great art for a story, but I hated it so bad. Uncle Ben looked like a hippie, and Mary Jane looked like a crack whore, and I was just like, nope. And I've never went back to Spider. I've read Life Story, but I've never went back to Spider-Man because of that book.
That's quite a description of the book, though.
Mm-hmm.
The rundown. That was quite a rundown.
Yeah.
I feel bad because people love that book, and they say, oh, it gets really great, and it's what kept me in Spider-Man. And it's like, well, it kind of drove me away from my first read ever in comics was buying that trade. And I was like, oh, I'm done with that.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say they like the art in those books, actually. And the designs, like other than Spider-Man himself, I think most people don't like the way it looks, especially the covers. The covers are pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't like it. I can't speak for everyone, and if you like it, you like it. I'm not trying to talk anyone out of it. It just hit me wrong.
You gotta remove them.
Best friends.
Yeah, I will remove it this time. I didn't expect to be doing more than one. This is actually way better. We should have done it this way. Like just go
Wish
to
we
a
would have had
topic.
a plan.
Are we skipping
Yeah.
water movies?
Well, that wasn't a spin. That was just
Oh,
That's it.
that's when I removed the one that we'd already done. That's when it was on by default. So Saturday Night Live cast member movies.
All cast member movies.
Yes.
Dirty Work. Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang in it. That's Norm Macdonald's my fave SNL cast member, so I'll go with Dirty Work.
That was the name of that movie?
Yeah.
Was that the Sam Mandini You Want to Wrestle? Is that the? They go to,
That's where he carried around his thing, Note to Self. And
yeah, that's right.
yeah, I like that movie. I just where I thought of Dirty Work, I was thinking of Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen.
Men at Work. That's Men at Work.
There we go.
I like that one.
I knew there was work involved. Man, it's been a long time since I've seen Dirty Work. I need to watch that again. That made me laugh.
What about you, Chris?
A Night at the Roxbury. I adore that movie.
So I love that movie too.
Yeah, it's so stupid, but it's hilarious.
I was in the Army when I saw that, and we would go to the bar and try to pick up women with some of those pickup lines.
How'd that go for you?
Not well.
No.
Did you have the suit on? Maybe that's what it was.
No, I
think you needed the suit.
probably had a T-shirt with ripped sides. Oh, it's got to be Happy Gilmore for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it is Happy Gilmore for you.
Yeah,
I'll say
that
that
for
for
counting those.
because I was actually thinking Night at the Roxbury because it makes me laugh a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just say the Saturday Night Live cast members were in.
I was thinking Saturday Night Live movies. So I
Oh yeah, I didn't. I just thought cast members.
Yeah.
I'll stick with mine.
Yeah.
You think with Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, I'm sticking with Happy Gilmore.
Okay.
I'd switch to Wayne's World then if it was that.
Oh, that's good. I switched to Billy Madison, but I'm not going to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna go on a tangent. I'm gonna go with Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, you got a double dose in there.
Yeah.
You almost had Eddie Murphy in that too. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. One more, and then we'll call it quits.
Mm-hmm.
One more, and then we'll call it quits.
That's what she said.
Waterworld.
Well, that'd be a fun one. We all say Waterworld.
Come on, water movies.
Here we go. Here we go.
Best friends. Best friends. Best friends.
Yeah.
There
we go.
All right. A lot of movies. You go first on this one, Jim.
Okay, I'm trying to think of the name of it. Rodney Dangerfield, the diving. And
Oh, yeah.
what's the name of that movie though?
Yeah.
Back to School.
Back to School. There you go.
Back to School. Rodney Dangerfield. You've never seen it, Emmett?
No, I don't know that one.
Oh man, you got to watch this dive. You just got to watch the dive at the end of the movie. It's
The Triple Lindy.
Yeah, the triple.
It is
I can't remember.
Yeah,
It's
it was a Triple Lindy. Yeah, it's fantastic.
yeah, I don't think it's a good movie,
No.
but it's the first
Doesn't
one.
be good to be your favorite.
funny.
I didn't pick the obvious one. It's pretty funny though.
I could say Battleship, but
Yes,
I was
that would make me so happy.
no. I'm just going to go with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hmm.
That'd be mine. All of them. I like them all.
One of the few movies I saw twice in the theater.
Yeah.
That first one still holds up fairly well. I watched it.
I
at some
really
point
enjoyed
last year.
that movie.
Yeah.
Emmett?
I'll go with Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. It's a Wes Anderson movie with Bill Murray in it and Owen Wilson, all those guys. It's one of the most hated Wes Anderson movies. It's probably one of my favorites, though. I love that movie so much.
I have a hard time with that movie. It's a movie I feel like I should love, and I
love it.
I didn't know people hated it. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought all of Wes Anderson's movies are kind of well liked.
No, he did A Fish Called Wanda, right? Is that the
No.
same guy? No.
No.
No, that's a different Anderson, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I
Wes
just thought,
Anderson did like Royal Tenenbaums, which is my favorite of his.
Okay, there you go.
Aquatic. He has like those strange movies, is what I would call
yeah,
them.
they're strange. That's
The strange movies when there's no background characters.
Yes.
Every character is a famous actor.
Yeah, his
I
most
just looked
recent
at-
one I actually liked, but I forgot what it was called.
Asteroid City.
Yes, I like that one.
That's the newest one. Yeah.
I'm just on Wiki right now. I have never seen a single one of his movies. I'm looking at them right now. I've never
You know,
seen
they're
one.
quirky.
I'm going to call it. I
Changes
don't
the
think they're for
quirky.
you, Steve.
And if
Oh,
you're gonna
maybe I've
watch
seen
one,
the Dark-
watch Royal Tenenbaums. That's for sure.
I think I've
That's
seen the
one to watch.
Darjeeling Limited. I think I have seen that.
Royal Tenenbaums, is that a hotel?
No.
Yes.
Well, kind of. Dad lives and works in one, but no, the hotel is the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to.
Oh, that's Owen Wilson, Danny Glover. Oh, co-written with Owen Wilson.
Mhm.
There's
There's a lot of
Luke Wilson. Holy cow, there's a lot of people in there.
there's a lot of famous people in these movies.
Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
And
Scarlett
Tenenbaums.
Johansson's a common one with him too.
Mhm.
Wow.
But Royal Tenenbaums, I think that was his first big movie, and I think it's the best that I've seen.
I like all of them. I haven't seen Asteroid City, and I didn't see the one before that one either. The black
French?
and white one with
Oh.
French Dispatch. I haven't seen that one either. It's got stupid Timothy Chalamet in it. So
I don't know if I like his movies, but I like the ones I've seen.
yeah,
I don't know if I like all of them, but I like the ones I've seen.
yeah,
That's all.
Yeah, I think I've seen The Life Aquatic probably 3 times.
nice.
For it not being high on something I really like. I don't know why I've seen it so many times. Because, like I said, I think it's a movie I feel like I should like because I really like Bill Murray. But yeah,
I've watched Batman and Robin
Nobody said-
a lot of times.
Nobody said The Well, or that's not a water one, is it?
No.
That's horrible.
Titanic.
Way of Water, Avatar. Come on.
I also love Waterworld too. Like
I
I'll
do
watch
too.
that
I like
movie.
it.
any
Someone
day
said
of the week.
Waterworld.
I love Waterworld.
I do too. I like it a lot.
I've only seen it once in the theater.
Yeah.
I think that Waterworld is like the Nickelback of movies. It's like everybody claims they hate it, but when the song comes on in their car, they know all the lyrics.
What song?
Rockstar.
Nickelback.
Nickelback has music. He's saying it's like,
Oh,
like
I was trying to think. What is the theme of Waterworld?
I think
I'm
it's
saying
the theme,
Waterworld
Is
is
it a
though.
like-
John Williams song?
Waterworld is
I don't know
the
who that is.
Nickelback of movies.
But
Okay.
doesn't Waterworld have like a big theme song? I could have swore it did.
I don't know.
I don't think it's a Bryan Adams song, but it sounds something like a Bryan
Definitely not
Adams
a
song.
Bryan Adams one. Yeah.
It's something
That
heartfelt,
movie
like a
started
ballad.
in drinking his own pee, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good start.
Yeah, it is a good start.
Universal Studios used to have the Waterworld stunt show, so you'd sit like in
That
an
looks so
amphitheater.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. I think I like that better than the movie, but just because I was a child. So,
I don't remember the plot. I just remembered.
the P.
It's about finding dry
Mad-
land,
it's
man.
Mad-
Dry land.
The Smokers.
It's Mad
right?
Max
Is that
on
what it is?
water.
The Smokers.
Mhm. That's right.
Yeah, it's Mad Max on
Dennis
water.
Hopper.
That's a good way to put it. Mad Max on water, and it's like Nickelback. Nickelback on water.
That's right.
What song are you talking about? That makes me laugh.
Rockstar.
Yeah, I
See?
don't get Nickelback's hate either. I mean, I know a few of their songs.
That's what I mean. Yeah. I think it's because they're Canadian. No, I think it's because they became popular.
Very popular.
Yeah. But all their songs kind of sound the same.
Well, it's
So
like
that's
Creed.
kind of-
I think Creed and
Yeah.
Nickelback get put in the same
They do,
category,
yes.
but I think Nickelback is much better than Creed.
Well, Creed is like Pearl Jam 10 years later.
Add in a lot of Jesus and God.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Religious. Yeah, it's like the religious version.
Yeah.
Leather
Religious version of Pearl Jam, yeah.
Lots of leather pants.
Lots of leather pants and white shirts that don't button up for some reason.
Or fit.
Yeah, right.
See, why did we even do lists? This is so much better than doing the list. Anyway, all right, we actually made it over an hour. I'm impressed. We found our way.
That sounds like our show every single Sunday, Chris.
Life
Wow, we
finds a
made it
way.
over an hour. Good job.
High five.
Yeah.
So, hey to everybody in the chat. I'm gonna ask you, what is this? What is this?
force the internet to better to roast.
Anybody know what that's even referencing?
Who's Stuttering John?
Who that guy is?
I don't know.
I'm gonna Google it. I thought you guys know.
No,
We're
Jim
fans.
popped it up there. Jim showed it earlier, so I thought.
I saw it in the chat. Do it up there. I vomited it on the screen.
Oh,
I have no idea who Stuttering John is. I'm looking at him.
Is it a real account? Or is it
John
Berserker Games?
Melendez.
He kind of looks. He looks like every other Italian you see on like the news.
Oh, and he kind of looks like Bob Odenkirk a little bit there.
A little bit.
One picture.
The Stuttering John podcast. He's from Howard Stern and Jay Leno. He does something with that.
Mm.
Oh,
All right,
that
let's
explains it.
Howard
Let's start
Stern
that
ex sidekick Stuttering John loses Sirius XM appeal.
There you go.
Yeah.
So a guy named Berserker Games came in to promote a show. Nice.
appreciate that.
We'll take one.
Thanks for watching.
I hope he gave us a thumbs down.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get as many as we can of those. We're doing well.
That's how you know you're winning.
That's right. That's how we know we're great. Anyway, all right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. This was an interesting one.
I agree.
Next, if we ever do this again, we'll kind of have an idea of what we're doing before coming in. But that was kind of the
Yeah,
whole
this was the trial show. This is
Yeah.
the trial show for the next one, which will be really, really good.
It's always best to do it. Yeah, it's always best to do the trials live.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
And
Yeah.
then record everything else. So, but I do want to thank both Emmett and Chris for being here. Being stuck here with Jim all by myself gets kind of. I mean, you guys.
I understand.
Yeah, Jim understands.
I know how you feel.
That's right. But watch Gathering of the Geeks every Sunday, or most Sundays. They're kind of
Unless
getting
it's Christmas
the
or
year,
New Year.
the swing of things. A lot of new stuff coming out this year. They'll be talking about vampire stuff, and you may even see some shaved eyebrows before the end of the year. So keep up with that, and we'll see where that goes. But yeah, definitely, guys, thanks for being here. It was a mess, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. So, but unless you guys have anything else you want to say, Jim, you good?
Yep, I have nothing I want to say to you.
All right. That's good. Jim's mom, thanks for watching. Jason, thanks for watching. And we will see you guys next time on Midlife Vices, the Booster Gold of YouTube shows. Take care, everybody.